How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another Cyberpunk video. Now for today's video, I'm going to be showing off some of my favorite mods that I've downloaded for Cyberpunk 2077. Now one of the things that I love the most about playing games on PC is that most games have some sort of modding community. And when there's a lot of mod support for games, there's always a lot of bug fixes, quality of life changes, and just a lot of mods that you can download to just make your overall experience playing the game just that much better. And the game hasn't even been out that long, and there's already a ton of mods that I highly recommend that you guys download. Playing Cyberpunk on PC is easily the best way to play Cyberpunk, so I've downloaded all the mods that are in this video, I've tested them out, and these are just some of the ones that I personally recommend the most to you guys. So to start off this list, the first mod I want to go over is Cyberpunk 2077 Trainer-Fling. Now this mod is essentially just a giant cheat menu. Once you download and install this mod, before you launch the game, you will launch this cheat menu, and then you launch the game separate from it. And then once the game is live, you can activate any of these cheats. This mod is an absolute blast. You wouldn't think it'd be that much fun to turn on all the god powers, but for some reason it's really fun to just turn on infinite health and go around killing all the police officers, especially since the police in this game are pretty much unstoppable. This mod is good for experimenting. If you want to try out different loadouts, you can give yourself unlimited XP, unlimited reloads, no recoil, infinite jump. Like, you name it, this mod has it. It's so much fun to use. This mod is really good if you're starting up a new character and you just want to give yourself unlimited XP and you essentially just want to have a new game plus mode. You can give yourself a ton of XP as soon as you start up a new game. This mod has a ton of possibilities. Highly recommend it. It's a ton of fun. I think if you're playing this game on PC, I think this mod is a must-have. So the next mod on this list is Cyber Engine Tweaks. Now this mod does a couple different things. The description says this mod fixes multiple performance issues, including AMD SMT usage. It also fixes a bunch of AVX crashes and adds fun hacks to play with, enabling the debug menu, for example. If you're GPU bound, you won't see any performance increase on your average FPS, but you should see less FPS drops. But the main reason you should get this mod is so that you can have console commands. Console commands are pretty essential for most PC games with mod support, especially big RPGs like Skyrim or Fallout. This essentially lets you spawn different items in. You can spawn quest items in, you can spawn different clothing items, different iconic weapons, you name it, you can spawn it in. You can spawn in different vehicles, you can delete items. There's a ton of different options that console commands give you. The community has already discovered thousands of console commands. There's full Excel spreadsheets out there. So if you're into console commands, most of the console commands have already been found. And this is just really handy for pretty much everybody. If you're just playing the game and suddenly you're short on money, well, boom, you can spawn in money. Or maybe you're short on crafting supplies. Well, you can just instantly spawn in some crafting supplies. The possibilities are endless with console commands, and that is why I recommend this mod. So next up is a quality of life change that not everyone is going to appreciate, but for those of you that are into crafting, this mod is definitely for you. If you are somebody that likes to really craft a lot of stuff like ammo, weapons, mods, and you like to break things down, to the average person it probably isn't a big deal, but if you're really into crafting, it's going to get really tedious clicking on that button and crafting it over and over and over. And it can take a long time depending on how many items you need to craft. So this mod essentially just gets rid of that. You don't have to click and hold to craft every single item. Instead of it taking 30 seconds to craft 5 or 6 things of ammo, you can tweak the settings so it essentially just one click will craft for you. So this will definitely speed up your crafting. The only downside is that you have to be a little bit careful. If you set the settings pretty low and you don't have to hold in the button to craft, you can accidentally delete things pretty easily. There's no way to lock items in this game, so do be wary of that. But this mod definitely makes it way easier for crafting. And then next up, we have another quality of life change called better vehicle handling. Now there are 3 different versions of this mod. The first version is the tamest of the 3. It slightly tweaks the handling just a little bit from the default settings just to make it a little bit better, because the driving on PC is just really clunky. I've played this game both on console and on PC, and the driving on PC is just horrendous, especially if you're going really fast through the city and you have to suddenly slam the brakes because the GPS told you at the last second you needed to turn. It's it's just really weird driving with mouse and keyboard in this game. So this mod definitely fixes a lot of those problems. It makes it feel less like you're driving on ice and makes it actually feel like you're driving on pavement. So if the driving in this game has bothered you, can't recommend this mod enough. I think everybody should download it. So next up is something really small that obviously isn't a big deal to a lot of people, but to me it's made a big difference and I really appreciate this mod, and it's called No Intro Videos. Now it does exactly what it says. If you load up Cyberpunk all the time, you get to deal with all the little intro sponsors at the beginning, you have to deal with the intro video every single time, and it can just get old, especially for someone like me who's doing a lot of recording. I normally exit out of the app a lot, I download different mods, I reopen the app, and every time you relaunch the game and you have to watch those intro videos, it can just get really repetitive and it adds a bunch of extra unnecessary time. So this mod just completely deletes that beginning stuff and it takes you straight to the main menu and you can just instantly jump straight back into your game. So since I've downloaded this mod, as much as I open and close the game, this mod has probably saved me close to an hour worth of waiting time. So that's why I'm recommending this mod, because it's just nice to skip those intro videos. The first like 30 times you see it, it's okay, but after that it just gets a bit repetitive. So then the next mod, I have to be pretty careful showing this one off. It's called Underwear Remover. So a lot of complaints that people have had with this game is that the nudity has just been kind of underwhelming. It was advertised that you could make your character nude. There's going to be tons of sexual things in this game, like prostitutes and strip clubs and just all kinds of stuff that was kind of mature rated, but we were kind of all misled. After you can change your genitals in a character creator, you don't really ever see your genitals after that. Once you take off all your clothes in the inventory screen, you can see your character nude there, but once you actually start to play the game, your character is wearing underwear, so you can't like run around the streets naked or anything, and that was making a lot of people upset. Even on my first playthrough, that was pretty upsetting. I was playing as a dude and I wanted to take off my pants and run around the streets of Night City with my wiener flopping around, killing everybody. That's just something funny that a lot of people wanted to experience. And this mod does exactly that. If you take off all your clothes in the inventory, then your character will be naked. Now obviously I can't show it in this video, but I can show you some screenshots that I've taken, and to me it's just hilarious walking around the streets of Night City and just being naked. Everybody's staring at you. You can enter photo mode and do a bunch of weird poses and stuff, and it shows the full thing. I mean, you can get in some poses where your legs are spread open. You can get weird poses where you're doing flips and jumps and just everything's flopping around and hanging out. And I think it's really funny. If you like to download nude mods in your RPGs, then this is a must-have for you guys. Can't recommend it enough. I think it's really great. And then the next mod is kind of like a New Game Plus mod, and it's called Level 50 at Start Saves. Now, I personally downloaded this mod because once I made the switch from Xbox One to PC, I already beat the game on Xbox. I didn't feel like grinding all the way up again from the start. I kind of just wanted to put perks into whatever I wanted. So this mod is a good way of doing just that. You download this mod and then you make a new character and you will have tons of perk points available. You will have max street cred and you will have a max level. That way you can just go around experiencing the game the way you want to play it. This is great for testing out new builds. If you want to start a new character and you want to have a melee build, or if you want to have a focus on shotguns or a focus on auto rifles, or maybe you want to focus on just hacking, this mod essentially gives you the opportunity to try it over and over and over again. Now there's a bunch of different New Game Plus mods out there. This is just the one that I personally downloaded, and I just really enjoyed this mod, and I think it's worth a download. And then the final mod I'm going to cover in this video kind of goes alongside the New Game Plus and the cheat engine, and this is all 19 iconic weapons for the stash wall. Now if you have the console commands, you could essentially just spawn in each of these weapons individually, but that would take some time since you have to look up all 19 of the codes and you have to manually copy and paste them all in one by one. So this mod is just really convenient. You download this mod and you'll get all 19 of the iconic weapons. And if you have all of the iconic weapons stored at your house or in your vehicle, they will show up on your weapon wall in your apartment. So this is a great mod if you want to restart the game again and you want to play with your favorite weapons, but you don't want to go hunting them all down. You can just start a new game, automatically get your favorite weapon in the game from the get-go, and go around and just kill everybody having fun with your favorite weapons. This is what I did on my PC character. I really love this mod. Can't recommend it enough. I think it's really fun to just instantly start off the bat with all the best weapons. And it's also a really good mod if you missed out on any of the iconic weapons and you never really got the chance to play with them on your first playthrough. So that is going to do it for this video, guys. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section down below. I will leave all these mods linked down in the description if you guys want to download them for yourselves. Let me know which mod is your guys' favorite and if there's any mods you guys would like to see me cover in future videos. And that is going to do it for me, everyone. Hit that subscribe button if you're new here, hit the bell for notifications, follow me on Twitch at SwannyPlaysGamesLive, and I will talk to you all in the next video.